Spain will play in the boxes 3 and 5. Slovakia have the seeding number 1 of this competition. They are the current number 3 of the world. However, this pair is completely different in order to some classifications changes of some players of Slovakia, and in order to this is a new pair, so this can be a very tight game. So the start here is from Slovakia. Here playing Vozárová, the first ball, missing a little the jack. The ball rolls a little to the back. However, the ball seems to be pretty in the back line, so maybe during the game can be useful, but it wasn't what she wants to do for sure. Now Sara plays the ball. The ball don't enter in the jack again, but puts the ball behind in the better position comparing with the red ball. So maybe that 2 balls can be help in the or useful in the last part of the end. And now Strehársky here is a more experienced player here in the Slovakia pair. He used sometimes to make the pair with Michaela Valchova that make part of that pair. So during the long years, Slovakia with Michaela Balkova and Samuel Andrzejczyk, they made it very well with great results. They made the gold in Paralympics and second place in the Rio World Boccia Championships. They are the current European champions, but everything was different at that time that they can play. So now they are building a new team and trying to get the results. But this Martin is a great player also, and he can take the lead of the pair at this moment, comparing with Vozárová that she will starting the process, international process now, and for sure during the next years she will build up. Here Vasile trying to push off that jack ball, trying to get the blue that is behind. So in these pair games, the players are allowed to talk each other during the time that the pair have to choose the best options to try to do. They continue to have 6 balls in total, 3 balls for each, and you can choose the player that will play the next ball. No problem if you use 2 balls in a row with the same player. It all depends on the tactic that they use. So Vasile moves a little the jack behind, but not enough to go to the blue that is behind. And we have been talking during these days about the choice of the balls, and even more important here, because you can only have 3 balls for each player, and it will depend of the profile of the player, what the best things that each can do, and because of that, that is a really important choice to make. So it seems that Spain starting the match here with some difficulties. Now with 2 balls remaining, maybe they have to try to defend these situations. They have 3 balls out of the court, only one there, so maybe now it's not time to be very aggressive. It's time to try to put one ball here or there, trying to get some, because using these placement shots in the side of the balls can be created difficulties later on. And we can see now he changed the situation of the game, but everything easy here from Slovakia at this moment. One ball remaining to Spain. And the Slovakians with 4 balls left maybe have here a chance to return the way to the Spanish, making them use the last ball, and after that trying to control. Interesting point here, the last ball of Spain will be only Sara that have that ball, so makes sense here to be Vozárová who play this ball, trying to block the line of Sara. The ball comes a little fast, so she will play again. Martin assume here the lead of this play. He wants that, can be very important. Make Sara play the last ball of Spain. So he take it. And well done here, only to push that ball to the jack. Now it's time to Sara, Mayo to play last ball, and you can see here Vasile is entering the court, trying to support her, trying to say exactly where he thinks that is the best place to put the ball, trying to defend here. And okay, both players can enter in the court, talk. They have the time to manage that. So now Sara will take the time, watching it here to do that. She missed this ball completely. Here a mistake from Spain. And now some chances here to Slovakia start with some points. In this first row of games, we are watching here the BC4 pairs competition. Using 4 courts here in Ahoy and Rottterdam. So now maybe Martin will try to use a little bit of that blue that is in the left side, trying to get there some space to open this a little bit, the situation, trying to get now the 3rd point. Yeah, well done here. He pushed the jack to the front. Maybe it all depends on the score at this moment, but if only use the blue one there, maybe make 3 points, and after that they can use that in the middle. But it was a good choice here for Martin and Slovakian pair. Now they for sure have 2 points, maybe 3, and Vozárová now with a chance to play the last ball and get here some more points to the pair of Slovakia. And the ball, this is a hard ball, the ball push well the ball that is there. However, rolls a little more that she wants, and we will see that the first ball of Vozárová will make from one point to another during the game. 2-0. 2-0 for red. Nice start here. So this is like individuals. Plays one time one team, the other time another team. So we will see the first end Vozárová starts. Now Sara starts. The next end will Martin start. And at least fourth end Vasile will start in. So the rule of the throwing is only that who plays a jack have to play the first ball, and after that the pairs can choose who will play next depending of the lines that they have, the tactics that they will choose. So it's almost same that the rules are the same that in the videos. Now Sara with a good ball, playing there for the zone that they are used to play. Great ball here from Sara. Well done here for the Spanish player. And the individuals. Sara lost both games in the group phase against Carla Oliveira and Anita from Germany. So now she had the chance to make part of the BC4 team with Vasile Agache. Martin here trying to open that situation. The ball that's in the jack ball, pushing them a little to back. But now Vasile has the chance to place this ball really in front of him. He's in a great position to play for a zone that he used to play, even in the individuals. So he seems to be comfortable in this zone. I saw some games here from Vasile, and we remember, great ball here, great moment. I'm saying that we saw yesterday the game of Vasile against Stephen Maguire in the quarterfinals of the competition, and it was a really, really close game at that time, 3-1 to Stephen, but Vasile make great balls during the game. So Vasile made here a good individual competition, making the second place in the group, passing to the quarterfinals and making a real good game against Stephen. In the end of the competition, stands in the sixth position. So it's a good result here for the Spanish player. And now Martin will try to open. We can see perfectly the line, difficult here to place the ball. We thought that maybe he can try to open, otherwise Vozárová cannot enter in the game. But Martin placed one ball behind of the jack. Now seems that he asking Vozárová to try to use some power in order to try to push a little the jack ball using the blue. Seems that she picked the hard ball, and again Martin support Vozárová, saying, giving some calm, and she will try to do that. She missed the ball, no problems with that. So you can see Martin is taking the lead of the process. Vozárová always looking to him, trying to see what the reactions of him. And this is really nice thing when you have the support of your teammates. So Now Martin will try to do him the thing that he asked. Well done here for... Well done, very well. Here he push. Great this ball. Change the game situation. And Vasile have the gap between the red and the blue balls. There. He can try to enter with a little power, but don't need to use much. Only let's see if he will try to put out that balls. Yeah, well. Another approach here. Well done by Vasile. He understands that Martin don't have more balls, cannot enter in the game, and he removes the red balls there, out there near the jack, and trying to put here some pressure in Vozárová. Now with 2 balls remaining, Spain have the ball advantage at this moment, for sure. Slovakia now wants to put as soon as possible this ball, making the score. It's important, this ball. And Spain return here a little what's happened in the first end, but now it's in the opponent side. And really interesting here. Almost the same things in 2 different hands. One from Slovakia, now the second last ball from Vozárová. This is a really important ball. The ball have to come here to the near the blue. Otherwise, Slovakia can be in troubles here against Spain in this end. The ball seems to be come good. However, seems that Sara Mayo have a good chance here to make more points. We saw in the first throw of Sara, the first ball, that she made it very well. So the ball rolls a little. It's not in the same position, but is close. So she had the chance to make here some points to Spain. So very important moment here for the Spanish pair. Spanish happier in this competition as the last serve. This ball was good because she creates more space. Maybe don't need to use. Yeah, but I think that is true. Yeah, so it's well played. She removed the balls, maintained the score 2-0. And another one, 3-0, and Vasile for sure, almost for sure, will put this ball there. With the support that he have from that two blue balls, this will be comfortable for sure to him. You can see now he's preparing with seems to be a medium soft ball, so a good ball to place the ball there, but sometimes the mistakes happen even for the most experienced players. But this ball is really easy ball to Spanish here, 4 points. Well done here. 4 balls. Everything very closed, 4-2 in this court. In the other games, Portugal is tied 1-1 against Croatia. Hungary 3-0 against Ukraine. And Great Britain is losing 1-0 against Germany. Coming back here from the Pairs BC4 first game of the group phase, the Pool A of the competition. Martin now with the chance to put here the first ball. He knows that this ball is very important. He's preparing. You can see a different shot. He's using the two hands to propel the ball to the court in the middle of the chest, and it's not a so common movement. We see some players for Colombia doing this. And how precise was this first ball? Well done here from Martin. He is also able to open situations, making underarm throw with only one hand. But if we can watch him, so the position of the arms and hands is impressive what he does. So here Vasile, now don't miss this open situation. Well done here for Vasile. And now Sara with the balls in front of her, that jack roll. No support balls in the side of the jack. It's always more difficult to place these balls, but they are used to train these balls for many times. The ball seems to go a little more that she wants. It's now to Slovakia. Vozárová will have the time now to play, but she passed the way to Martin. He seems very, very confident. He can use that support ball on the left. The ball was a little to the side. And he plays already 2 balls. Maybe if this ball is open and that little support, maybe Vozárová can play this ball. And after that, Martin tried to manage the situation. That don't happen there. He chose to play Martin that ball. Now Vasile will here good chance to place one ball right in the jack. Can be good if use a little that red ball, trying to enter a little in the front of the game. Otherwise, that red ball there can be used to Vozárová. Yes, that's the ball that we are talking about. Well done here for Vasile. He used that red ball, putting the ball in the side, and the ball of him really, really now in good position in front of Vozárová. Otherwise, the red ball can be used to push to the jack. Of course, they have there a chance, but that blue ball in the front is in really, really good position. Vozárová now playing with the right hand. She can place the ball between the 2 blues there. That was the information that Martin gives to her. Has the ball well there. Now Martin can try to push a little this ball. There here, another option can be try to push a little the red ball in the right side, and after that Martin tried to push the balls to that wall, but I think that he asked Vozárová to try to push that wall and don't make this throw in 2 times. She missed this ball, no problems. This ball can be good here to Martin to push, but maybe he's more comfortable if the red ball is behind of him, the ball that is in our right, and support the jack and press the jack between both red balls. Martin can, yeah. Now he takes the lead here. He pushed that ball. The line is for sure better for him than for Vozárová. We'll see now what Spain will do here. If they will, they have a ball advantage, so maybe they can be a little aggressive here. If Sara can use some power in the blue, seems that the red can come here a little further to the court and put some difficulties in the last ball of Vozárová. Trying to gain here the point. And they know that if they score at least 1 point can be really good. She tries to remove that red ball that is there. Trying to get the space there. The red ball maintains very close. And now Vasile will push the ball, the hard ball that is there. Have to be careful. Only for the ball that is there, don't go very fast and try to stay the ball. Don't need to use many power, seems to come well done. Use the perfect pace of the ball. But now Vozárová, yes, good pace here of the ball to push the other, and Vozárová now can play trying to push. The red ball to the jack. Seems to be possible here. She has the power enough to do that. And he's really in front of her. Seems to be good. Well done here. So Vozárová. That is only the problem of Spain. Maybe they, in that ball of Sara, don't defend so well the front of the jack wall. Maintain the position of the reds and the chance to the reds to play through the jack. And now she has the chance to change the other score. This ball, she will try to push that oval there, trying to go to the, it wasn't enough. Here, 1 point to Slovakia. This point can counter and be useful for the next. And so everything Vasile Agache that wins the bronze medal in individual competitions last European Championships 2021 in Spain. This ball. He missed this first ball. In this moment, all pairs of BC4, they know that they are very, very equals. They are very close, and every wins that you can take it can be precious for the continuation of the competition. So because of that, all balls can count here. So Martin will have here the chance to place this ball. The ball goes a little again. And it seems that now Sara plays the next ball. Sara make part of she's a ambassador of a company dedicated to inclusion of people with disabilities, making part of that movement. So very involved in these movements of the inclusion for all, and the sport for sure will make part of that chances. Yesterday you talked about a little of how good the sport can be for disabled people, for not only in terms of health, but also in terms of social recognition. It's always nice when the people recognize you, the value that you have. And it counts if you have or not disability is the same for sure. Have to be like this. And boccia is a sport that can be played for all. It's a great game to do your friends and family. So this can be a really, really inclusive game. We saw in some schools all around the world the boccia making part of the physical education classes, and children play like they play football or handball, one of which the others, and it's a fantastic way to promote that inclusion. So coming back here to the game, Martin makes here a really good ball now with two balls. Two red balls, they're very close to the jack. This can be a tricky situation for Spain, because Vasile Agache to open this ball can be a little different. It all depends on the type of ball that the jack is, but he knows because it's the Spain ball. But the ball is really in front of him, and even if he goes with much power, the ball can come together with the jack. We'll see if he'll try to get the space and displace the ball. No, maybe because of. And now with another ball, seems that Vasile don't have balls. Two balls to Sara, but at least Vasile remove one of the red balls there. Prevent here at least Wow, well done here for Sara. This ball can be decisive in the game. Martin also have one ball. Brazova with 2 balls left. And the game changed totally at this moment. Now it's the time to Spain to have their 2 balls. However, that ball that are here in the front of the white seems to be to give the chance to Martin to try to change make 1 point that they need to tie. So important ball here. I think it seems not to be enough, this ball. Touch a little more in the jack. Go the jack behind. And now seems that Spain is in good position in this match. But Vozárová have 3 balls left, with a chance to go to the red ball that is in the left side next to the jack. That is the chance to get the point. So she have 3 balls to play. Have to be comfortable with that, and only need that one of that balls do the same. We can see. And she done it. Well done here by Vozárová. Wow, this was the ball that she wants to do. And she come back. Well done here, Vozárová. This was the best ball of her during the whole game, in the right moment that Slovakia needs. Well done here. Putting the pressure in the last ball of Sara Mayo. During the game, seems that Sara is gaining confidence and playing better and better during the game. And now we will see what will be the option. If she will try to remove that red ball or try to only give a little touch in the game situation. 1 minute left. So if she removes that ball, she tried only to give up. Seems that the ball bit and rolled back a little. They will ask for the score. Yes, 1 for red, for sure. Yeah, it seems that when the ball of Sara comes very well, but when the ball beats in the white, rolls back. If we have the repetition of that ball, we can see that happens. So wasn't enough. Was a good year.
1 for red and finish. 1 for red. 1 for red.
Yeah, 1 ball for red. What a starting match here. Spain probably won the coin toss. Now have the chance to make here the first ball in this tiebreak. Sara with a good position here. Wow, great ball here. Sara Mayo. What a ball, she made it. Well done. Yes. And Martin will take the lead at this moment. Try to use the power here to open the situation. Seems that he's in a good position, using rolls a little the ball.
Ball
Only
out.
not in good position because touch only the jack, and the jack goes behind of the blue. Vozárová. It's not in the right position. Not in the right, no, but difficult ball here, but the ball can pass through the jack. Seems to be very good, but pass a little, so the Spanish can use the blue ball there, or even try to remove the red, or use the red. We'll see what will be the option here for the Spanish. Is this push on ball? She tries to use. I'm not sure. Maybe Sara have this red ball. Try to put one ball there, or if she push and miss from this side, then don't have problem. No. But otherwise, Vasile is in the other side. And now, well, down here, only here it's a problem. The ball opens a little and get a chance to Martin to enter in the game. So I think nothing is decided at this moment. And will be played until the end. You can see now Martin uses the right hand. We saw him playing with 3 different types of shot, playing with in the chest for placement shots, playing some opening situations with the left arm, and now he's using the right arm. A lot of solutions here for Martin from Slovakia. Very interesting here to watch that. So he really can get different angles from different positions of the balls in the court. Now he's changed the situation, but he's very open situation now to Spain. But the Spanish have to be some careful here to try to don't touch a lot in the jack. They have that red ball behind, so this is not totally easy play to do, but the chance is there. Sara will take the lead. Can be good if this ball don't go to the score. Be in the line of the jack, and after that Vasile can push the ball. We'll see if that is the problem. He passed a little, but now in better position because the jack ball is free, so Vasile can play with more security without the problem that we talked before, to have the red ball behind. And now with the support of the balls that are in the court can be very useful for him. Let's see if he will put it through there. Yes, he used that support for sure. Well done here from Spain. And now with 2 balls remaining from Vozárová. Maybe she will try to enter in the middle to make the ricochet using that ball that are in the left side of the image. Yeah, it's that Martin is saying. Both balls can be good for her. Touching the blue or touching the red ball, the ball can probably enter in the zone. So that is what Vozárová will try for sure, and what Martin asked to her to do it. Very clear there, the explanation of Martin say, you can touch this or touch this, the ball goes through the jack, so do it please. And everything going okay. So taking the time here, Vozárová, 1.5 minutes left to throw these last 2 balls. Ball seems to be, but don't touch in that balls. The ball seems to be good, but it goes straight to the jack. Touch a little, only the jack. Don't make the ricochet that she needs. Maybe she don't need to use so many power. So much power. So I think she have again a good chance here to change the score here of the game. And the other games will make the round after the game. We'll see if Vozárová will enter now in this game. The ball seems to be good. But with the ball touch, but not enough to enter in the game now. 1 ball left, and Vasile don't play. This ball is the winning from 4 behind to 5-4. Portugal also won by 1, 4-3. And in the end, Great Britain won against Germany 5-2. So it's all for now.